I think we should start. So, good evening everyone. I am Vibhuti Shukla and today I will be your host this evening, guiding you throughout this webinar. I, on behalf of our whole Robustan team, heartily welcomes you here in this session. I would like to introduce you to the presenter, Mr. Neerav Rajput. Let me inform you that Mr. Neerav Rajput is Senior Robotics and IoT Trainer at Tubes Technologies, Ahmedabad. Robotics and IoT trainer with 3 years of experience in the same field as trainer. He possesses very good knowledge about IoT hardware, Python, C, C++, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, web services, 3D design, and printing. And from the bottom of my heart, I would like to extend my warm wishes to our attendees. I hope you find this webinar very helpful and may get the best out of it. We are so glad you are here. I feel it's important to mention that please don't interrupt during the session. File all your doubts in the chat area. And after completing the session, Neerav sir would answer all your doubts. So remember to keep your mics off. Now, with further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Neerav Rajput to take over and begin with the session.
Hi, good evening all. Thank you, Vibhuti. Thank you very much. And thank you, your all team for inviting me over here. And welcome all the participants. So here we are going to discuss about the IoT. We all aware about the full form of IoT, like it is Internet of Things. So here we are going to discuss what is IoT, actually IoT products, and about the same field and how we can pursue our career in the same field, right? So here I'm gonna share my screen, and we will continue with a presentation slides over here. So let me share my screen. Vibhuti, please share. Please enable from your side. You have to enable the participant sharing. Then only I can share my screen. Ma'am, am I audible? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah, ma'am, please enable from your side. You have to enable a participant sharing. Then only I can share my screen. Hello, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Please enable a participant sharing.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Sir, it's done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah. So first of all, can you guys see my screen? Okay, here is a topic.
Yes, sir.
The main topic of this webinar, it is IoT, Internet of Things. So here we are going to discuss about what is Internet of Things and why do we need Internet of Things, the product of IoT, and why do we use IoT products in our daily life, right? And we will also discuss about some career related topics. Here I'm starting with this slide. What is IoT? So we all know about it, that the few of the product, but the thing is that there is some hardware, there are some softwares. We just integrate both the thing, and there is the one product particular that is IoT product. So there is some hardware, you just program that according to your requirement, and over internet or without internet, we can call it IIoT, like for the industrial IoT. Then IoT, which term is Internet of Things, and an IoT, which is non-Internet of Things. There are lots of products we are using based on a non-IoT products. Like if we are using a smartwatch, that is the product of an IoT. We include that product in IoT because it is the product of IoT, but we are not connected to that particular fitness tracker or something over internet, right? So those all are the product of IoT. Now here we will discuss why do we need IoT in our daily life for a dynamic control, to control the control and the monitor different things with help of different analysis and with analytics softwares that you can build yourself and you can use for the different purposes. So for to get real time data to lighten your work. So these all are the main advantage. That's why we are using IoT product. So a simple thing. Do you guys use IoT product? Of course, everyone is using IoT product. Here I have few lists that we are using this all this product based on IoT in our daily life, like a smart security system. What we include in a smart security system, like in offices and our home, we integrate with different sensor, security sensor, security cameras that alert us with email or WhatsApp notification or other notification on our phone over internet. So all those security products or related to that smart households and everything, we include that all those product in a IoT. Then we have a smart assistant. So in a smart assistant, it is pocket personal assistant like a Google Assistant, Alexa, Cortana, Siri. All those are a smart assistant. That is also we can call it the IoT product. Then we have a fitness tracker, sleep tracker. So almost people are using such product for their health related issues or something. Fitness tracker, we call it a smart band also. So all those products belongs to IoT. Then we have another product, smart home hubs, like we use a smart bulb, smart AC, smart TV. Then we have a smart fan also. Nowadays you can control everything with help of your phone. Over a phone you can easily control. You can turn it on, you can turn it off. Even if you want to configure it according to your requirement, you can easily configure it. So all those facilities feature just because of IoT. In the past few years, if we discuss about that, so we were not using any of this product because we were not aware. It was under development, and we all know that all those products already there, but we are still not using all this product because we are not used to it and we are not aware of it. What is that particular function? We are not aware of it. We are not even aware of the facility and the features. But nowadays we are using all those products. Like over here we have a smart vehicle. We can give example of very good example, which is a Tesla car. And even nowadays different Hyundai company and other companies are inventing and implementing the same concept in their own cars. Like you can control and you can monitor all the data of your car in your phone with just a normal connectivity. So here in this webinar, we will discuss about the some hardware so that you can start it yourself to learn about IoT, how to continue with the IoT. There are more topics in upcoming slides. We just discuss over here. We just discuss about the different product, but we also have to learn about how to use that product and how does that particular product work. So here you can see, sorry, sorry. Here you can see a model of IoT. It means a simple three different layer, so we can explain that how does a particular product work. So in a you can see on the screen there is a perception, network, and application, three different layer. In a perception we include some actuators or sensor, means hardware related devices, input and output devices. Like we are using a sensor, we are using a motor, all those are sensor and actuator. It means input and output devices. Then we also need a one controller over there. We are using a lots of controller over there to control to take a signals from the input devices, and we according to that signal, according to our requirement, we can give output, right? So that is all total related in a perception layer, hardware related. And then network layer. In a network layer, you can see we need a one gateway, or we can say a communication layer. With help of that layer, we can communicate to the user. So we need that layer. That is the network layer. After that, we have an application layer. Now, what is an application layer? Application layer, we include data structure related thing, like you can monitor the data, you can analyze the data, you can store the data, even you can transfer the data from one user to another user. So all those three different layer included in a model of IoT. Now we just discuss about the basic three layer. Now we will go in a even more depth that what are these three different layer. Here you can see on your screen there are four different stages. First stage is a perception layer. sensor and actuator. First one where you can find different wired and wireless devices. Like there are if we discuss about it, then there are lots of devices, wireless devices. Suppose I'm gonna fix some security sensor at my home. There will be few sensor which are connected to the main device or a main hardware over any communication layer, like either they are connected with a ZigBee or a Wi-Fi or a Bluetooth. So that is the layer. So those particular devices are connected to the smart hub without any wire connection. Those are wireless connection, and we can also use wire for the connecting different devices. Then we have a sensor and actuators layer. After that we have a network layer. If we discuss about it, again same thing, that communication layers. We will discuss about some communication protocols also. So after that gateway we have one specific unit, and we can see a layer where data processing will be there, and you can aggregate the data, you can store and you can manage the data, whether to send to the user, particular user. You can analyze that too. In the last, you can store the data and you can display that data on your dashboard to the user. So that is, those are four different layer over here. If we discuss about even more, there are seven stage layer over here, seven layer of IoT model. So the first, as we discussed, there are physical devices and controller, like input output devices and a controller. Then a connectivity layer, where you can find a communication layer so that we can transfer a data from one user to another user. Then another, if we discuss about the third layer, then come instruction, uh, hybrid management and the data structure will be there. You can prepare a data according to user's requirement. You can aggregate the data over there. After that, the storage of a data where you can store the data on a different devices according to the application. Then after that, it will be there will be a data analysis where you can prepare a report, prepare monitoring devices, whether you want to transfer to the particular user. You can share. And another thing, that if you have your own dashboard, to you can see what data you want over there. You can aggregate, you can share, and you can access that particular data. And the last layer, you can see transformation and decision making. In the last layer, there will be user input also. Suppose I want to do something, I want to add my own input from the user side. So if I give a particular signal into the system, it will revert back to the system. Suppose I just share something, whether to stop something or to start something, just I share a signal, I just give my own input. It will share the same data to the hardware to react according to the input, right? So this is a 7 layer IoT model. Now here, sensor network. So we all aware about the sensor, right? Do you guys? I'm sure everyone is using a different sensor. So what I want, guys, from your side, is it possible to share the chat message in a chat box? I think it is disabled. Are you guys able to share your message in a chat box? Okay, thank you. So, guys, I want to make I want this session more interactive. So I'm going to ask very few questions to you all. If you know about it, just share your ideas or your answer over here. Oh, you guys want the session in Hindi? Okay, sure. I'll speak Hindi only. Okay, guys. Someone asked me for a Hindi. So, are you guys all comfortable with Hindi? Or you just want a blended language with just use Hindi and English both? Just reply me in a chat box so that we can continue. Okay, as you said, we will start with Hindi. So, okay, I'll use both Hindi and English both, because few of you are comfortable with. Okay, almost people are comfortable with both the language, so we will go with Hindi and English both. So, are you all clear about this much about this different layer and everything? Okay, now I want to ask a very simple and easy question to you all, because you belong to a technical field, so you must be aware about the different sensor. What is sensor? Let me just switch back to the previous slide. Now I have to ask, what is sensor, guys? How many participants actually we have over here? Total 14, including me. It means 13 participants. So I would like to question a simple thing, that what is sensor? मतलब मैं यही क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ कि सेंसर क्या होता है, आप लोगों में से किसी को कोई भी आइडिया? बिकॉज हम टेक्निकल फील्ड से बिलोंग करते हैं, तो हमें पता होता है कि सेंसर एक्चुअली क्या डिवाइस है. आई वांट टू मेक अ इंटरैक्टिव सेशन दिस, बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मैं सिर्फ कुछ बोलते ही जा रहा हूँ और आपको सिर्फ सुनना है. थोड़ा और इंटरैक्टिव बनाने के लिए हम एक सिंपल चीज करेंगे. मैं आपको कुछ बहुत आसान से क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ, आपको अगर पता है उसके बारे में, देन ड्रॉप अ मैसेज इन अ चैट बॉक्स. Oh, cool. Nice answer. A sensor is a device which can sense something from the surrounding. Cool. Great. Then, sensible for all movement. Oh, great. Sensible for all movement. Okay, cool. Which detect a physical property and record. Which detects change. Very good. In short, sensor is a device which detects something from the surrounding, a physical changes or event, and according to that, it will give a signal to the particular hardware. That is sensor. That device we call it a sensor. Now, another small question, that what are the basic sensor we are using in our daily life? ऐसे कौन सा सेंसर है जो हम हमारे डेली लाइफ में यूज करते हैं? कोई आइडिया? कोई सेंसर जो हम हमारे डेली लाइफ में यूज करते हो? Mobile phone sensor. Yeah, mobile phone sensor, but what particular sensor? I'm asking for a particular sensor. Car key. Okay. PIR, heartbeat, IR sensor. Great. So motion sensor, heartbeat sensor, and IR sensor. We are using all those sensors in daily life. Smartphone. Smartphone is a device. There are sensor inside this smartphone, right? Smartphone के अंदर कुछ sensor है. Okay. Oh, gyro sensor, RF sensor, accelerometer sensor in a smartphone. So yeah, we have all the sensor. We have all the sensor in surrounding. We can say we are surrounded with lots of sensor. Here I have list a few of the sensor, and you can see the application on the right side. So IR sensor, ultrasonic sensor, temperature, pulse rate, motion, fingerprint, proximity, and we are using lots of more sensors, right? So my question is, do you can you guys just give an example, one example for each sensor that you have already list? आपने इतने सारे लिस्ट तो कर ही दिए हैं, तो उनमें से हर एक सेंसर का कोई एक एप्लीकेशन बता सकते हो कि हमने ये पर्टिकुलर सेंसर यहाँ पर यूज करते हैं? Ambient sensor for brightness adjustment in a smartphone. Cool, great. AC remote. Yep, we are using IR sensor in AC remote to control AC temperature and to turn it on, turn it off. We are also using the same sensor for TV also, to turn the on, to change the channel and something. To use all those features, we are using remote, and that is IR sensor based. Autopilot in aircraft. Okay, cool. Then what about the other sensor we have listed over here? Ultrasonic sensor, temperature sensor, pulse rate proximity, fingerprint. We all are using all of the sensors. Speed detector. Cool. Where do we use speed detector? Ultrasonic sensor to detect distance. Okay, cool. We are using that sensor in a reverse car parking as a reverse car parking sensor, which indicates when any object comes in front of it, and it will alert you with a one beep sound, one alert sound, right? To check a vehicle speed. How do we check vehicle speed with help of speed detector? So all these are the sensor, different sensor devices we are using. I'll give an example of each. First one is IR sensor, as you all replied, that we can control AC, we can control a TV. Even nowadays, we can also use IR sensor to control household appliances like fan, then LED bulb. We can control all those devices with help of IR sensor. Then we have ultrasonic sensor. Okay, we are using IR temperature sensor to detect human temperature. Yeah, nowadays we all know about that laser temperature sensor, so we can use that to contact laser temperature sensor, right? In this pandemic's time, yeah, of course, good. So all those products are based on a sensor. So IR sensor, as I discussed, then ultrasonic sensor for a reverse car parking sensor, then a temperature sensor. You can see that in a clock, it display a temperature also of the surrounding. Then a pulse rate sensor. The sensor almost included in all the smartwatch or fitness tracker or fitness band. Okay. तो और भी हम जैसे यूज करते हैं proximity सेंसर, हमारे फोन के अंदर होता है proximity सेंसर, राइट? तो उसका एक एग्जांपल ऐसा है कि जब भी आप फोन रिसीव करते हो एंड आप फोन अपने कान के पास लेकर जाते हो, तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली स्क्रीन को ऑफ कर देता है। तो वहां पर वो सेंसर है जिसके सामने एक रेंज तक कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट आने पर वो स्क्रीन को ऑफ करता है, तो वो प्रॉक्सिमिटी सेंसर हो गया। देन वी हैव अ मोशन सेंसर। वी ऑल हैव एक्सपीरियंस दिस थिंग कि हम जब मॉल में या कोई मल्टीप्लेक्स में जाते हैं, देन वहां पर एक डोर होता है जो ऑटोमेटिकली ओपन होता है और ऑटोमेटिकली क्लोज होता है। तो वो वर्क कैसे करता है? वहां पर पीआईआर सेंसर ऊपर रहता है, जब उसके सामने कोई मूवमेंट होती है, देन वो डोर को ओपन करता है और कुछ टाइम के बाद वो ऑटोमेटिकली उसको क्लोज कर देता है। एंड फिंगरप्रिंट सेंसर हम बहुत सी जगह पर यूज करते हैं बायोमेट्रिक आइडेंटिफिकेशन के लिए, तो वो हो गया फिंगरप्रिंट सेंसर। क्लियर? देन अगर हम बात करें आईओटी के हार्डवेयर की, बिकॉज we already discussed about the sensor, which is the input devices. Similarly, there are output devices like displaying something, or we can say to give output according to the input. Like if I want to run a motor or I want to display something, then those are the output devices. Similarly, we all discussed about the sensor, which are the input devices. Then we need a one controller or a processor over there which can process the data, and according to that it can decide something and it can give output, right? So that is hardware, and there are lots of hardware available. Microcontrollers are available in the market for such a task. So we will see over here few of them. Over here in this slide you can see we have a hardware platform like Arduino IoT products. We all aware about the Arduino nowadays, right? Anyone, anybody that will know about any of this hardware, like Raspberry Pi, ESP board, or Arduino products, or any other BeagleBone or Banana Pi or anything else? Sorry, anybody is that? Cool. So you have used everything, Intel edition, that Intel Zelelio and everything. Have you used that Intel Zelelio? Okay, so we'll continue with this. Arduino IoT based products. So those are the different modules. Then Raspberry Pi. Yeah, Intel and use Snapdragon 2. Wow, great. Those are the advanced based IoT based kit, including other functions also. Depend on the application, right? So Arduino IoT products, Raspberry Pi, ESP32 means ESP32 or 8266 board, Particles product, and IoT based Intel's product and adapter product. So those are the company which provides a different different IoT based product, right? Then here we have wireless IoT network protocols. means a communication protocol to communicate with one a hardware or a one machine to another machine or with a user. So we have NFC, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, long range, and the cellular. So in the cellular, we can include 3G, 4G, and nowadays 5G also. So it depends on the range and bandwidth. Okay, Google Home Voice Controller. Okay, so over here we have a different communication protocol like NFC, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, CP, and other. So it depends on application and different bandwidth. They are categorized over here. If I want to use in a single room with a limited range, then I can use a Bluetooth also. But there is a distance between the user and the hardware. Then we have to use Wi-Fi or Zigbee or other platform. So according to the application and requirement, we have a different communication protocols over here. Now about this IoT based cloud platform, which provide a different facilities for the IoT. First one is Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Cisco IoT based cloud, and there are other IoT based monitoring platform from the Adafruit and other. There are lots of platform. So have you used any of this platform? किसी ने भी अगर कोई भी एक प्लेटफॉर्म यूज किया है, हमने मोस्ट प्रोबेबली हमने सबसे ज्यादा लोग गूगल यूज करते हैं, गूगल बेस जो फायर बेस है या वैसी चीजें, तो वो यूज करते हैं डेटा ट्रांसफर करने के लिए, क्योंकि रियल टाइम डेटा के लिए वो बहुत ही अच्छे से यूज भी हो रहा है, तो हम काफी वो है, या फिर एडा फ्रूट के लिए, एडा फ्रूट का जो आईओटी प्लेटफॉर्म है वो सारी चीजें हम यूज करते हैं, तो किसी ने यूज किया है? ईसी डिपार्टमेंट्स और वैसे लोग हैं तो, बट या सर वन क्वेश्चन कैन वी डिस्कस? ऑफ कोर्स वी विल डिस्कस, sure, we will discuss, sure. Okay, now anybody sir who have a good grip on all this project, or have you started with a project or anything? Okay, I use some of them like Google and Blink. Okay, so Google with help of Firebase, you must have used the Firebase for the real time update, and Blink is the similar platform. You can use it local server with local server and the server of the Blink also. So there are different options. Good. Blink also provide an offline server, so you can install a server into your software from a Blink supported files, and you can create your own server also. Great. Then, so over here we have a different platforms. Then about the application. Now, guys, do one thing. सिंपल हमें क्या करना है कि यहाँ पर वेरिएबल्स और जैसे एप्लीकेशन कैटेगराइज्ड है डिफरेंट फील्ड के अकॉर्डिंग, इसमें से सिर्फ एक एग्जांपल देना है किसी एक प्रोडक्ट का. सो हमारे पास काफी पार्टिसिपेंट्स भी है, 14 13 मींस 12 पार्टिसिपेंट्स है हमारे पास. सो आई एक्सपेक्ट एटलीस्ट 5 to 7 रिप्लाईज, क्योंकि यहाँ पर एप्लीकेशन जो है उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम एटलीस्ट एक एग्जांपल दे सकते हैं जो हमारे रियल लाइफ से ही कनेक्टेड है. हम प्रोडक्ट्स यूज करता है, राइट? तो एटलीस्ट वी कैन रिप्लाई विद 2 or 3 products. Healthcare products, yeah. What product do we use in a healthcare product? Sorry. Anybody? I lastly got okay, agriculture. Uh, Agriculture product, is that IoT products available? Yeah, of course there are different IoT products available for the all this listed application, all this field. We will discuss about that also. I'll give example of each categorized application or categorized application over here. Uh, okay, wearable like smart bands, smart watches, is available for agriculture like plant monitoring. Yeah, of course there are. I'll give you example of each product over here, each categorized application with a different products. So anyone else? Okay, as you can see in a wearable, already you replied with a smart band or fitness tracker or something. So we can call it a smart watch, smart band, and there are lots of wearable product also. Smart goggles. Nowadays there are smart shoes also. We include all this product in a smart wearables. Then apart from that, we have another application which is smart home application. So we all are aware about. Okay, I got another reply that we can get data from robot and drone through internet. Yeah, of course we can get data from all those devices. So that is what Internet of Things, right? Healthcare products are vitamins, minerals, herbal medicines. Okay, so we include those vitamins in IoT products. Cool. Okay, so home application, you all aware about the different smart system. Like nowadays, you can control AC over internet. Nowadays, you can control your home appliances over internet. So all those products are, yeah. Nice question. What about the security of data in IoT? We will discuss about the same thing in a challenges phase. That is the upcoming slide, which is over here. We will discuss about that, right? So that is a challenging point in the IoT field. If we will discuss about that too. Okay. Application, wearable smart home application. Then in healthcare nowadays there are lots of devices for your health related products. Like if you want to measure your sugar level, or else you can measure your pulse rate and everything. Based on all those based on a healthcare product, right? You can use that within your body and everything. So that is healthcare related thing. In a smart city there are smart parking systems, smart traffic cameras and everything that can capture if you are violating the red lights and everything. So according to that, there is categorized in a smart cities. uh, if you are aware about that, the intercities bus PRTS route or other route. So all those buses have that station, specific stations, and in at that station there is a gate which is based on a, okay, from Niharika, it's a IoT device is a wheelchair for healthcare. Yeah, okay. Ever there is a tattoo company who invented IoT into the tattoo. I didn't get that. Is it a question or just a statement? Just a drop of another message, so I can get what I actually want to say. Right? Till then, let's discuss this. Ah, I got another reply. Oxygen pump also. Yeah. So in a smart city, we include all these different products. Then agriculture. Someone asked me about this question: is there any possibilities to use a IoT product in the agriculture? Of course. Let me just give you a small example for it. There is a different product for the irrigation. We call it a smart irrigation system. So farmers just need to go to the farm and they have to water the all the plants and their field manually. The system can work the same automatically. So that is a product of agriculture. Nowadays you can see the fertilizer or the pesticide spraying done by a drone. So that is also a product, and that is also a feature in agriculture field, right? Implemented IoT into the tattoo. Yeah, yeah. That company, if we put the tattoo into our body, we can get our health data in our smartphone. So that is that we can relate it into healthcare related thing. Nowadays, as I said, we can implement that thing within our body. As I've already discussed, I already said about that in the healthcare. So you can implement your devices, small micro devices, nano devices into your body, and you can get the data of your healthcare related thing. Then we have another application, industrial automation. We will discuss this topic in an upcoming slide, which has a separate slide for this for the industrial automation. Then we have automotive industry. ऑटोमोटिव इंडस्ट्री हमने जैसे पहले ही डिस्कस किया कि कार में अगर हम बात करें कि कार का जो डेटा है इंजन रिलेटेड डेटा है, या टायर का प्रेशर, जो एयर प्रेशर है टायर में उसके रिलेटेड, या फिर जो भी सर्विस ड्यू है, जो डिटेल है वो सारी आपको अपने फोन पे मिल रही है ओवर इंटरनेट, अब जो जीपीएस ट्रैकर आ रहा है उसमें एक डिफरेंट टेक्नोलॉजी यूज हो रही है जो है लॉन्ग रेंज बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी. So you don't need a cellular data or a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connection into it. You can directly use with a particular long range technology, right? And then we have robotics and drone. ग्रुप में चैट बॉक्स में किसी का मैसेज ड्रोन रिलेटेड था ही, रोबोट रिलेटेड, वैसे ही रोबोट्स एंड ड्रोन में भी हम ये चीज इंप्लीमेंट करते हैं एंड उससे डेटा ले रहे हैं. तो ये हो गया एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट. क्लियर? यहाँ पर एक सिंपल मॉडल है प्रोजेक्ट के लिए जहां से जो स्टार्ट कर सकते हो अगर आपको इजी वे में जिसको स्टार्ट करना है आईओटी रिलेटेड. तो यहाँ पर जैसे हमने कम्युनिकेशन प्रोटोकॉल्स में जो कम्युनिकेशन लेयर्स थे तो वो प्रोटोकॉल जब हमने डिस्कस किया तो हमारा फर्स्ट था एनएफसी, देन उसके बाद था ब्लूटूथ. तो इन अ ब्लूटूथ वी कैन से इट इज रियली सिंपल एंड बेसिक बोर्ड you can control with your phone only. All you just need different components like Arduino board, which is a microcontroller. Then we have another board over here. Let me just mark this over here. Just 1 minute. Over here, which is the motor driver control L298N, which is over here, and battery pack over here, which provides a power source to all this motors and everything, all the this microcontroller and this power distribution board. Oh yeah, it is a Bluetooth controlled car using Arduino, right? So we have attached a Bluetooth module over here, so you can communicate with this Bluetooth module just with your phone, so that whatever you are sending a signal or something signal from your phone, it will receive by this module and it will transmit to the this microcontroller board, and according to that signal it will work. It is really very simple and it is really easy. Then let's discuss about another product. Let me just again revise what different components we have used in this model. We need different DC motor. Sorry. Then a controller, we have used Arduino over here. Then we need a power distribution board, which is a motor driver over here to distribute the power and the signal power according to the signal to the motors. That is L298N, which is a driver model over here. This one, real one, and HC05, which is over here, which is a Bluetooth module. So with help of simple this all component, we can build our own first Bluetooth control car very easily. Then another product. Okay, here small graphical mistake over here in this diagram. We just need to connect any one wire from over here to the power source. So just make sure you identify this. We have to just connect a one wire to the main source of the power. Like you can connect it to the 240 volt AC. So that is a graphical mistake over here in this graph, in this image. Okay, but about this, if we talk about this project, it is really very simple. If you want to start with this, so I would suggest just start with a DC power with just a simple LED. So you can, yeah, that's what I say. We have to connect to the output the power source first, right? So you can connect this wire to the power source. That is an image fault, and that is the graphical mistake over there. Yeah, this is the Wi-Fi control smart bulb using PIR sensor. It is not a PIR based bulb. It is the simple bulb. We have used a node MCU over here, which help us to connect with the phone over a Wi-Fi, and which over here we have a relay module. Relay is a electromagnetic switch. We can give a signal and we can turn it on, we can turn it off. So we have to attach a different wires over here to provide a power and a signal over here. That is it. And you can get an output over here. You need to connect one wire to the source of the power, and so you can simply build your own smart bulb your home with help of just two devices. One is a node MCU, which is a controller over here, and another is an electromagnetic switch, which is relay, right? It is really very simple. And now let's move further on another thing that I already told you about automation in the industry. So Alex and Panda, there is one company which is located in China, जहाँ पर automation जहाँ पर automation के बेस पे इंडस्ट्रियल IoT जो हम बोलते हैं इंडस्ट्रियल 4.0 उसके बेस पे नेटवर्क सेल्युलर बेस IoT बेस्ड एक कंपनी है जिनका ऑटोमेशन पे पूरा वर्क करता है, फैक्ट्री पूरी ऑटोमेशन पे वर्क कर रही है। तो उनका जो इन्वेस्टमेंट था तो अबाउट 1 year और 1.5 year दे रीच टू दी ब्रेक इवन 50% of their investment, and within a 1 or 2 year they will be reaching to that break even point. It means that investment point. From above that they will be in a profit level, right? So this is the IoT based whole factory which is located in China, and nowadays there are lots of other companies and factories are implementing the same thing in their manufacturing unit also. So that is automation in industry. Okay, I got to reply. I heard about this company you just mentioned. Yeah, it is the very popular just because the implementation, the level of their implementation in the IoT with the application and the manufacturing unit is very high. So one example, have you heard about Tata Communication? How many of you know about Tata Communications? We all are aware about Tata Consultancy Services, right? TCS. But there is another branch which is Tata Communication, and in the Tata Communication, they are working on a long range network for network in India, along with HPE, which is Hewlett Packard Enterprise. So HPE and Tata Communication both are working on a long range network in India. In back 2017, during the presentation, Mr. V.S. Siri, that the Vice President of Tata Communication, gave a statement that they are working on a long-range network for network in India. They want to connect all the vehicles, all and everything. Not only the vehicle, that all the product they want to connect with a long-range network. So they are working on it, and that is a good thing for all of us. Now, advantage of application. What are the main advantage of this IoT, all these IoT products? The first is the security, then stay connected, efficient uses of electricity, pocket personal assistant, road safety, better healthcare and management, cost efficient business operation. So all those are the advantages. That's why we are using IoT, different IoT products. Application according to there are all the advantages according to the application, because application and advantage different varies from the different product to product, right? So all these are the advantage. Now someone asked me about the security, about the data security. So that is the most challenging point in the IoT. I have already mentioned about the security, protecting users privacy and blocking malicious activities. So the most challenging thing we can say in IoT, that is the risk of your data, about your privacy. So you are sharing your data over internet from one platform to another platform, or one machine to another machine, or from machine to user. So there is a lots of risk sharing your data over internet. So that is the most challenging point in the IoT field. So we have to design the product more secure. Your network must be more secure, and the platform you are using to share your data must be more secure and most trustworthy platform. So we have to take precautions before using a particular platform, and we have to share the data. So that is the challenging phase, a challenging thing in the IoT product, right? And we have other challenges also, like sensing a different environment. Kind of we are must facing a connectivity issue with the different product, power issue, and the complexity of a different devices, right? So all these are the product and the challenges we are facing during the product and the manufacturing and inventorying different products. So we have to consider all these challenges and we have to overcome. Then value of IoT, it is increasing day by day. And if we just look back to a few years back, there are not that much devices in the market. But nowadays we are using more and more smart devices. Within few years we will be reached to another certain level by 2025 or 26 or something, 27, we will be reached to the top level. So over here you can see 64 billion IoT devices by 2025. So we are using all the products day by day. We are the requirement and the usage is increasing day by day. So this is the IoT market. So according to this, we can think about our future, that if you want to pursue your career in IoT, then there is a huge demand for the IoT, right? Because everyone is going for the different smart devices. Over here, it's mentioned that by 2021, 80% of retailers will be using IoT to customize the store visit. Have you, if you have heard about that, nowadays in a restaurant and in a um, another store for ready-made garments, and we can say for the hotels and everywhere, there are robots. They are treating their customers, their clients, and they give information, and they can provide a basic information with just help of a robot. So everyone is adopting this technology, using the different robots and different devices. They are implementing all such ideas and everything. So within a few years it will be increased to another level, right? Then if we talk about what is the primary requirement for a IoT IoT engineer. So education, even not only for the ECD, means electronics department, or yeah, robot is in the trend in the technology, because everything is going on automation. Everything, we people want everything very easy. We don't want to get out of our comfort zone. We want everything inside our comfort zone. So we need everything automatic. So everything is going on automatic. So it is automation. So robotation, it is not necessary. And computer students can pursue their career in the IoT. Other people, but you must have a few skills, like about the programming and embedded side, knowledge about embedded and everything. Then you can continue your career in IoT. Like teamwork, you have ability to work with your team, and also independent, and you must have a basic knowledge, at least a basic knowledge about the network and the hardware, so you can continue with IoT. Then, okay, what they ask in interview for an IoT engineer, they will give the first phase, or we can say first level. They will ask you about some theoretical based thing in a personal interview. They will ask about you, about your knowledge, and they will give you a few questions. They will ask you a few questions, and related to IoT only, a technical question. After that, they will assign you a task. They will pick a random real world problem. They will assign you that, and they will give you a certain days, like they will give you 7 days to resolve that issue, to prepare your idea according to that, to prepare your concept, and work on your concept, and according to your application you have to prepare something, and you have to display them after a 7 day. So this is the process of interview for an IoT engineer. And here are the list of all the companies. They are hiring different IoT engineers, like Amazon, Qualcomm, Google, IBM, Boss, L&T, Cisco, and many more. So this all are the company hiring different IoT engineers. And what are the different type of jobs over there? Cloud engineer, design engineer, material specialist, then embedded engineer, data architecture, and embedded engineer, and lots of other role are there for a IoT engineer. And again, different applications over here you can find that home and offices application, like cities, manufacturing, vehicles, and others. So all these are the application. Clear? So as we promised, there will be a last 10-minute question answering session. If you have any doubt, just let me know. That's all I had to share with you guys. If you have any doubt or question, just drop a message in the chat box. I got one question from someone. Let me see. Yeah, Bhrugu Pandya. Bhrugu Pandya asked me that agriculture product. Is there any IoT products available? Yeah, I already replied you. There are lots of product in agriculture field. Can you also ask one question? Can we discuss at last? Yeah, Prugu, tell me what was the question? Any doubt? Just feel free to ask me. Just drop your message.
Wow, that was something I never knew or heard from anywhere. Those insights were pretty nice. Now we can move to our question and answer session where you guys can start filling the chat section with your doubts and queries. And Mr. Neerav will try to address to as much of them as possible. Please fill the feedback form which is provided in the chat section. After that, only you will be provided with the certificates.
I got one question. Can you suggest how to optimize the smart self? Wait. Uh, how to suggest how to optimize self-driving car for India? Yeah. So if you are working on a design of a self-driven car, then you must have to consider a lots of parameters because no people over here are following the rules, traffic rules properly. If you talk about a self-driven car in abroad in other countries, there are certain rules and people obey the rule and they follow the rules. So according to that, oh, I will reply the other questions later. Just let me finish this. So we have to consider lots of things. Even nobody is using a side signal over here, if you know about that. So we have to design, we have to change the system first. If you want to use a smart vehicle in a particular way, like if you are using an expressway for that, express highway there, then you can use it easily. But nowadays there are no roads are designed for a self-driven car. If you are going through this in a traffic or somewhere, people don't even obey the traffic rules. They are not following the traffic rules properly. So it is very difficult for this to. So first of all, we need to design those parameters first. If you are in a proper city where people follow their traffic rules and everything, then there are lots of possibilities. Then you can implement the such thing. Anything you particularly ask about a particular topic in a self-driven car, then drop a message, please. Sorry. Yeah, I can, this is a form, I think, a link of a form. So you have to submit that form. Please, everyone, fill up that form. The webinar was awesome. I learned new things. Yeah, thank you, Hitesh. Thank you. Proximity sensor से क्या होता है? Niharika. In a bracket, you have mentioned that ECE. If you are belong to electronics and communication engineering, then you must be knowing about the device proximity sensor. अगर आपने यूज किया है अपना फोन तो किसी का आने पर रिसीव करो, फोन रिसीव करोगे, तब आप जब फोन रिसीव करके अपने कान के पास उसको लेकर जाते हो बात करने के लिए, तो वो स्क्रीन ऑफ करता है. तो वो एक डिस्टेंस तक उसकी एक रेंज होती है, डिपेंड्स ऑन दी हार्डवेयर कि आप कौन सा सेंसर यूज कर रहे हो, उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो वर्क करता है उसकी रेंज. तो उस रेंज के अंदर कोई ऑब्जेक्ट जब उसके सामने आता है, देन इट रिएक्ट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट. अगर आप फोन रिसीव करने के बाद उसके ऊपर हाथ भी रखोगे तब भी वो वैसे ही रिएक्ट करेगा. So that is a sensor, that is a module which detects if anything in front of it, any object or anything. I want to use in any roads like Delhi, Mumbai. I'm just thinking how to make it driving in a Indian situation. So there will be lots of parameters for this, because I have experienced that thing. The rickshaw drivers, are not, they are the, I don't know about that, what to say about that. They are not using the signals properly. They are not indicating everything. They are using anything. So if you are designing for that, how are you gonna design? We need a proper system first. As you said, you just want to implement in a Mumbai. Then if there is a particular area where people follow everything, every traffic rules, everything, then you can implement, and there is nothing different than, you just need to add few things that it will work according to the signal, according to the vehicle in front of you. You can use that. The same way Tesla design. Tesla is designed most perfect car till this date. So they have designed autopilot car, and that is what they have designed till this date. But still, we cannot use that particular car in Indian roads, because that is not possible, because they are not following. Here we there are lots of road where there are no traffic signals in on the road. So how it's gonna decide? No, there is no traffic signal. It will go on and on, but that is not possible, right? So, in short, I would just say that we have to just think about a particular area. If you are designing, just make a prototype that can obey and just follow your commands only. Oh, you want to do something alternative of Tesla? Then your basic prototype must be ready, right? Is it ready? It must be ready then, if you are working on an alternative. So what is it based? It is based on any particular system. Nice, that I could hear that. Sounds good. That you have already prepared the prototype. Okay. Anybody else? Any doubt, guys?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, please. Is it possible to drop a message in the chat box, please?
So it's little, I'm little confused, so I want to describe it more.
Yes, please. Yeah. Please ask me.
So I know little bit of electronics as well as Arduino and that things.
Yep.
I want to spin into IoT.
Yep.
So is there any particular courses which I go like in a flow? So it will be better for me to start.
So as I just shared in the screen, I would suggest to go with a very basic component first, because if I ask you to do a particular, if I ask you to do a controllers, then it is going to be very difficult for you. I would suggest to start with a very basic controllers. If you are already familiar with Arduino, then after Arduino, go with ESP baseboard, and there are lots of hardware, lots of modules are there. You can perform the task over there. Just go with a practical base. It is a totally project based learning. We call it a PBL, which is a project based learning. And if you go through this, that you can learn IoT in a more way, and you can find your own way, that with the different platforms. First go with
Thank you.
Arduino, then ESP, then Raspberry Pi, and there are lots of other board available in the market.
Yes, yes. Okay, sir. And so
Hope
is
it
there
is
any
helpful to
particular
you.
which I can like
Yeah.
join? You have any suggestion for the courses which I can join?
We are also
For I
providing an IoT course. So if you are interested in IoT particular course with a different content and everything, then you can drop your contact details over here in the chat box. I will contact you soon, and I will share a total course related discussion. We will have a discussion about it.
sure. Thank you so much, sir. I'll just drop in my
Yeah.
email ID. I can contact
Yeah,
details.
please do that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I will contact you soon.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? किसी को कोई doubt है? Uh, yeah, I don't know what your name, because it's research and develop is expansion and everything. So please drop your contact details over here, and I will drop my contact details in the chat box. If anyone want to contact, then let me just I'll drop my contact details and we will discuss soon.
If you all have not given the feedback form, please fill it. We keep hosting such webinars, so if you would like to attend more sessions like this, or if you have any doubt, you guys can join our WhatsApp group. The link would be given in the chat. So please fill the feedback form as soon as possible, because from that only you will get your certificates. I hope it was a satisfying and knowledgeable session for you and that you guys enjoyed it. Now, let's end the session. Thank you all for your cooperation and you, sir, for giving such a wonderful knowledge.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me here. Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. Thank you, ma'am, for having me here. Thank you very much.